The Sims. Everyone knows The Sims. The Sims is the world's most popular social simulation video game. It's developed by Maxis and Electronic Arts. But more specifically, it is the love project of one Will Wright. Will Wright first had the idea for The Sims after his other very famous game that is one of the most popular simulation games ever, SimCity. He had an idea when he was playing with his daughter that he could have a virtual dollhouse, and arguably that's what The Sims sort of is. You make the house if you want to build the house, you put Sims in it, and you play around with their lives, kind of like with dolls and in a doll's house. However, he really made the concept of The Sims come to life in this game by using some of the structure that he had already come up with in previous games. Will Wright started working on The Sims shortly after SimAnt in 1991. It was during that year that he lost his home due to a fire, which, ironic enough, is something that happened in my game where my house sort of caught on fire, or at least part of it, just from doing stuff. And that's kind of a huge part of playing The Sims, is at some point something's just going to randomly catch fire. And arguably, I think that kind of came up because of this real story of where Will Wright lost a lot in a fire, and he thought to himself, why do we need things? And that's kind of what The Sims kind of revolved around. You focused on the mundanity of human life. You go to work, you talk to people, you make enough money to buy things, and there isn't necessarily a way to win The Sims. When you play The Sims, you play The Sims to play The Sims, which I think honestly is part of the reason why people lean into The Sims a lot. The Sims is a reflection of our lives. It's not necessarily an escape from it, but it's a way to have some sort of catharsis, I feel like. And I think that is something that honestly brings a lot of people towards this franchise, even now. And I think it being a representation of our life is part of why it has such a large cultural appeal. For example, it is one of the first games ever to have same-sex marriage or anything of that sort. Like, for example, in 1999 at E3, when they were showing a demo of The Sims, two female characters at an in-game wedding fell in love and kissed. After the event, the relationship mechanics were modified, so that was kind of taken out. However, the idea of the same-sex couple was so controversial, but oddly popular, and brought so much press to the game that EA actually kept it in, and they brought that mechanic back. And now The Sims recently in Sims 4 has brought in pronouns and things like that into Sims 4. So this game is a cornerstone in video game history, but I'll also argue LGBTQ plus history, which is something to consider when you're playing this game. As you can see, The Sims is honestly a very simple game in terms of premise and gameplay, but something about this is fun. In fact, this was so fun that I think I've played around 8 to 10 hours in Sims 1 just for this video, though I did not record everything. I have played a lot of Sims since recording this, and it's all been Sims 1, which I think goes to show that this game, despite there being sequels that have better features, is pretty timeless. And I think if you're a fan of the other Sims games like I am, you should give Sims 1 a try, because honestly, I got sucked into it just as much as I have with Sims 2, Sims 3, and Sims 4. This was the one Sims game I haven't tried to play before, and honestly, I think that was a mistake. I think Sims 1 is a must-play. Alright, well, that's it for this week. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and next week we'll be trying something else. Thank you.